Holy shit, yeah, the store page photos and stuff look awesome. This game, yeah, extremely ambitious. Really the only true, like, I get irritated sometimes, like when my ship gets destroyed on the moon. That really pissed me off. I'll be honest, I'll be completely honest. Thank you for the follow, by the way. It really pissed me off to get killed on the moon. But overall, that's actually not something that doesn't make sense. But I was on the moon, and it just this drone destroyed my cockpit, which is why I always make sure that I have a secondary cockpit in there, because that's the first thing they destroy. But I was really mad about that, saying that I hate the game and everything else, you know, usual stuff. I don't really hate the game. I actually really enjoy it. It's the most fun I've ever had in a survival game. But so for a little bit I was stranded on the moon. I think the only thing that's grindy is the very beginning of the game, because when you come in here, you see these plants over here. When you first come into this game, you have to get food. So you come over here and you get this plant protein. So both of these are plant protein. And then you go in here, there's this little survivor constructor. First thing you're going to want to do, if you don't get it out of your escape pod, because you start out, you're crashing on this planet, which you can choose whatever planet you want to crash on to start the game. But you crash in this pod, and you have these two things. So this will dig up stuff and will get you resources, like wood and iron, copper, silicone, all that stuff that you need to build stuff. Then you're going to want to build a portable constructor so you can make stuff, so you can start making stuff. And then you're going to want to build a portable heater cooler with 1 iron. So that's pretty easy to build, but you're going to want to build this because sometimes you get too hot or too cold. This will regulate your temperature. But anyway, those 2 plants that I picked up, I can make an energy bar with 2 plant protein. So I go ahead and hit that. Now it's constructing it. And see, my food is at 255. So once this is done, I'll hold shift and right click on my mouse to automatically eat it right away. So this really is the only true grindy part, is when you first start the game, you gotta hunt around in the area and go consistently pick up plant proteins and other stuff, like this is plant fibers. But you're mainly just looking for plant proteins, and even that is not that grindy though, because before you actually have because this gun here, it can also act as a gun, but it's not very powerful. So you kind of want to try and avoid enemies at the very start. What about chopping trees? This will chop trees. Okay, I'll just go ahead and make one. I'll show you what it does. It's not that hard. But like the same weapon type on that you use to kill monsters and aliens on this planet is also used to chop wood. So this is the weapon you will start off with. And you have 3 modes. You have the defense mode, which is what you use to fight enemies and chop wood. You have the salvage mode, which allows you to come over here. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Salvage mode, what is the salvage mode used for? I can't remember. But then the resource drill, this is what will break this stuff up. And you pick it up, you get crushed stone from there, but there's other ones that are gonna be, they're gonna have blue spots on them, or orange spots, or white spots, and that is based off the material, like iron, copper, or silicone. So you kind of just go around like this. I don't kill these because they're pretty friendly, they don't ever bother you, but then there's some like spiders and scorpions and other creatures that will eat you. I like that system for sci-fi. Makes sense. I like it too because it's like it's always challenging. Like even though I've spent probably like 60 plus hours in this game, I still have not done half. I haven't even done half of this game because this is just a planet and I have a small vessel to travel to the moon and stuff like that, but I'm eventually going to have to build a capital vessel so that I can so that I have a warp drive so that I can go to the other planets and explore those. Like, this is my starter planet. I still have not officially left my starter planet to go explore the other planets yet. Well, you could build by hand, like you can manually build stuff like this if you want, but you can also go in here and you go to one of these, like this is all of your bases, your hover vessels, your small vessel, and your capital vessel. Yeah, prefabs. And like when I go into here, I usually build this one, this Escalon Nibiru. It's very weak and whatnot, but you're not going to need it to be that strong. And it's really good at, you can turn easily with it. And then for small vessel, I always build the Sidewinder, which is what that is. I souped it out. Like I added a couple gun turrets, a laser turret, and a homing rocket turret on it. So it's basically the same thing. I just added a few things to it. And like this is the starter hover vessel, and I added the windows on it for extra armor, stuff like that. Put some turrets on it, med station, so that I could just walk up to it and heal myself if I get attacked while I'm like cutting down wood or something like that. And then here in the cargo box, I have a chainsaw. Now this is 100 times faster at cutting wood down than your starter weapon, which is what this is. This is the survival tool. This is what you can basically make. Well, you can make it for free. But after you make a drill and you make a multi-tool and you have a chainsaw, that starter weapon you don't need it. You just don't need it anymore. Well, I shouldn't say that. You have to have at least another weapon, like anything, like a shotgun or assault rifle or something like that. Which I have. These are like you'll have to play the game for a little while before you get these weapons. But like chances are, most likely you will run into the handgun first. It looks like a M92F Beretta. Hold on, I'm gonna reposition myself. Okay, my leg was starting to go to sleep. This one right here, the projectile pistol, it looks like a Beretta. But then you get like tier 2 and then laser pistols, which are pretty badass, honestly. I might be able to make a laser pistol tier 2 now, though. I'm going to check into that. But then you have assault rifle tier 2, minigun, which I really don't like the minigun. It is so hard to control that. Like, it instantly is like, the very second you pull the trigger, it's like, I'm like, Jesus. And then you have the pulse rifle tier 1 and 2, laser rifle, which I really like. That's why it's like my first weapon. Like I have the tool and the drill, obviously used for digging and collecting metal resources. And then I have the laser rifle because that's the one I like to go to next. But the shotgun tier 2, holy crap! You have an enemy right in front of you. This thing will destroy anything in front of you. And then the rocket launcher, obviously you're gonna want to be careful because you can get splash damage from this weapon. You want to be really careful. And then the sniper rifle. The original sniper rifle is okay as long as you're getting headshots, but the tier 2 is way better. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, prefab building, right? Exactly. It doesn't really matter what you hit with this one. Like the tier 2 is crazy good. I can build a. I think I can build a tier 2 laser pistol now, though.